One bad year, one wrong decision, one economic shock, and suddenly everything you thought was stable is not. This is the fear most men never talk about, the fear of financial collapse. So let's talk about it. Let's understand where this fear comes from, why it stays for years, and what it really does to the male mind. Why this fear hits men so hard. For many men, money is not just money. It is safety. It is control. It is proof that their effort means something. From a young age, men learn one simple rule. You are valued for what you can provide. So when money feels unstable, it feels like you are unstable. This is why financial fear is often quiet. Men don't cry about it. They don't complain. They think. They calculate. They worry in silence. A man can look calm, confident, even successful, and still wake up at night thinking, what if this doesn't last? What if I lose everything? What if I fail the people who depend on me? This fear is not weakness. It is responsibility without a pause button. The illusion of stability. Most men believe stability is something you reach. A good job, savings, a house, a routine. But real life teaches a harder lesson. Markets crash, companies close, health changes. Technology replaces roles. Suddenly, stability feels like an illusion. And when that illusion breaks, the mind starts scanning for danger everywhere. You stop enjoying success. You stop relaxing. Even good news feels temporary, because deep inside, a voice keeps saying, "This can disappear." That voice does not mean you are pessimistic. It means your brain is trying to protect you. But protection can turn into constant tension. How this fear changes behavior. The fear of financial collapse rarely stays in the background. It slowly shapes how men live. Some men become obsessed with work. They work more, rest less, and feel guilty when they stop. Some avoid risks completely. They stay in safe but empty situations because change feels dangerous. Others chase quick wins, risky investments, short-term moves, anything to feel control again. And some men emotionally shut down. They stop talking about worries. They stop asking for help. They carry the pressure alone. From the outside, they look strong. Inside, they feel exhausted. This is not ambition. This is fear wearing a productive mask. Why the fear never feels solved. Here is the uncomfortable truth. For many men, no amount of money fully removes this fear, because the fear is not about numbers. It is about identity. If I lose this, who am I? If I can't provide, do I still matter? If I fall behind, will I lose respect? These questions are rarely spoken out loud, but they quietly shape decisions, relationships, and self-worth. This is why even successful men can feel anxious, and why calm financial periods still feel unstable. The mind is not afraid of poverty. It is afraid of falling from a role it worked hard to earn. What helps, and what does not? Many men try to fight this fear by pushing harder. More work, more control, more planning. Some of this helps, but only to a point. What does not help is pretending the fear doesn't exist. Ignoring it makes it stronger. Shaming yourself makes it heavier. What helps is understanding this. Your value is not a single income stream. Your identity is not one role. And collapse, if it happens, is not the end of who you are. Men who manage this fear best do not deny risk. They accept uncertainty without letting it define them. They separate preparation from panic. They build skills, not just savings. They allow rest without guilt. And slowly, the fear loses its power. A different way to see control. Real control is not eliminating risk. Real control is knowing you can adapt. Financial collapse feels terrifying because it threatens the story you tell yourself about your life. But stories can change. You are not your worst scenario. You are not one mistake away from being nothing. The strongest men are not those who never fall, but those who know they can stand again. Final message. If this fear feels familiar to you, you are not broken. You are aware. You are responsible. And you are human. The fear of financial collapse is not a personal flaw. It is a signal from a mind that cares deeply about safety and meaning. And once you understand it, it no longer controls you the same way. So tell me in the comments, does financial uncertainty affect how you think, work, or rest? And if you feel comfortable sharing, your story might help someone who is going through the same thing right now. This is the if verse, the place where your mind becomes easier to understand. Subscribe. There's so much more to explore. Thank you for watching.